Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel, Planning with Bree. Today I will be showing you my December plan with me, or my December spreads. As you can see, it is a Christmas theme for the holidays this month, and I can't wait to jump into it. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is start with these two white sheets of paper for my first spread. The journal that I have right now is a journal that has like tannish or cream paper. And when I am using colors that I want to pop and stand out, I just go through and use a white sheet of copy paper. So I just kind of trace the outline of my journal and then cut them out, and then later I'll glue them back in. So I am going to draw 3 wreaths on the left hand side for this first page, and these 3 wreaths will be for my December goals and my November reflection. The first wreath, I started with that light green color to kind of give it some depth, but then as you can see as I go along here, I am going to go over them with 2 different colors. I'm testing out the second color right here just to see how it will look, and I liked it, so I just kept going. But I'm going to finish filling in these wreaths, and for the next 2 I will not use the light green color because you can't see it. So then I am going, at the bottom of this page, I'm going to draw some little gift boxes, like wrapped gifts, and then I'm going to finish it off with some hanging lights. Okay, so in order to draw these wreaths, I'm just kind of making some loops on each side of the circle outline that I already drew, and I'm kind of angling them upward so that the wreath looks circular. I go in with this green, this kind of foresty hunter green color from Crayola, out of my Crayola Super Tips. And then I am going to go through with a darker green to give it a little bit of depth, doing the same thing, just using some loops on each side, going in the same direction. And this darker green is from CalliArt. And yeah, and then I'm going to go through and write November reflection on the 2 wreaths on the outside, and then December goals on the one at the top. I usually don't fill these in until the very last day of November or the first day of December, something like that, to give myself a chance to really reflect on the month and have a overall consensus of the entire month. So right now I'm just going to draw these hanging lights. So in order to draw these hanging lights, I just take the fine tip side of my dark green marker and just make some little loosely squiggled lines from the top of the page to the bottom of the page. Then I draw the outline of the bulb in gray. I'm not sure why I didn't do it in green. I think I just wanted it to be a sharp outline, and I didn't want to use black. Then I go in and I color the bulbs in kind of loosely with this yellow, this goldish yellow color I have from the Super Tips, the Crayola Super Tips bundle that I have. And then I'm just going to draw the presents at the bottom. One of my favorite things about Christmas is wrapping presents. So for Christmas, you usually think of like green and reds, and I think of gold and silver, so that's the inspiration for these boxes. To be honest, I usually don't use these colors. I usually use like all gold or all silver, but I didn't have those colors, so I just went with this color scheme. And then I'm going to, after I outline the boxes, I fill them in, and then I draw in the ribbon and the bow on top. So that first present, the smaller one to the left, was that light green and cherry red color. This big present right here is the dark green and that yellowish gold color. And then the top present, I am going to fill in with two different types of green. I'm going to use the light green to represent the paper, like the wrapping paper, and then the dark green to represent the ribbon and the bow. Okay, moving on to the actual December cover page. I just drew a Christmas tree on this page. So I'm starting with the bow at the top, and I'm just outlining it in gray. This bow is going to be yellow, the goldish yellow I've been using, and the bright red, so I didn't want to outline it in green. Then I outlined the boxes or the presents under the Christmas tree, and I am going to leave those blank for now and fill in the Christmas tree. To fill in the Christmas tree, I use just kind of these curved tick marks with the same two greens that I have been using. So I start at the top and I just use these little curved dashes to make it look like the leaves on a Christmas tree. I guess that's how you would say it. And I just go through and fill it in. Now I did sketch like the triangular shape of this tree before I started, just to make sure it was at least as symmetrical as I could. So I go in with this first green, and then I am going to go in with a darker green to add a little bit more depth. And then I'm going to fill in the bow and the presents of this page. Okay, so now I'm going to draw the word December in this little faux calligraphy type font. Now, anytime I try to make it curve or do anything cute or fancy, my letters just turn out, however they want to. So I started with the dark green color, and then I'm going to do an ombre type of effect and put the dark green on top or at the top of all of these letters. I should have gone back and made that E have a little bit more depth, but I didn't. And what you were seeing before the clip cut off was me blending in the two colors with a light yellow. Okay, so on this next page, I'm going to do my habit trackers. Now, I decided to put my habit trackers on this cream page because I have to draw so many months and I have to draw out so many numbered spaces or numbered lines, and I just didn't feel like trying to put that on copy paper, so I just put it on this tan page. I'm going to make my habit trackers presents. So what you see me doing right now is just kind of drawing the overall shape of all the presents with the colors that I've been using, the light green, the darker green, and the yellowish gold. Now this was a last minute decision. I kind of wish I had thought about doing the boxes as presents before, and I could have scattered them all around or made them look a little more cute, but it is what it is. It still turned out kind of cute. When I get done with this, I'm going to fill in the habits on the side and then write the word habits at the top and finish it off with some hanging lights. Okay, for my mood tracker, I wanted to put this on white paper. So I cut out a piece of white paper and this whole page will be ornaments. So I went through and just traced out 31 circles in pencil first, and then I'm going through them with an outline now. So I have a few different designs for each of the ornaments. I have the ribbon design. I have those little curved lines designed. I have a Christmas tree and a snowflake. Now, my snowflakes need a little bit of work. Okay, she's not the cutest, but she holding it down. All right, so I'm just gonna go through and fill all of these in. Okay, now on to the final spread in my December bullet journal. So I took these little red pieces of cardstock, cut them into rectangles, folded them in half, and then I took a little white piece of copy paper and glued it inside to make these tiny red cards. And each one of these cards is for the 25 days of Christmas. As you can see, number 25 says Merry Christmas. And then all of the other ones just have various things on them. Like this one says watch a tree lighting ceremony. The other one said to watch a Christmas movie. I have one that says make a red drink. I have another one that says family movie night, make fun hot chocolate recipes, so on and so forth. So I'm going to write 25 days of Christmas over here on the left hand side, and I don't like how it turned out at all. So I cut that clip out and I'm going to show you guys how I fix it. So I go through and write the numbers 1 through 25 in random order all over these red cards. The only one I know which one it is number 25 because it says Merry Christmas, and I don't want to flip that open on like day 11 and it says Merry Christmas. So each day of the month, I'm going to come in, open a card, and do whatever it says to do. And yeah, I am actually very excited for this spread. I've never done it before, but I think I saw it on Pinterest and it looks really fun. So we'll see how many of these things I can get my family to do with me. So while the glue dries on the left hand side where I covered that part up, I just draw in some hanging lights on this spread, and then I'm going to go back in and try to fix the handwriting of the 25 days of Christmas. So the first thing I do is draw a line in pencil because I want all of my letters to hit the same line. I'm not good with the cute little wonky drawing, so I just make all my letters hit the same line. And that was the problem with the first word, Christmas. My letters were just floating off into space and I didn't like it. So I'm having a little bit of trouble going over where the glue is, but I'm gonna come through and kind of fix it with the darker green. I'm then going to outline this spread in the darkest green that I am using throughout this entire spread, and that'll be it for my 25 days of Christmas spread. Alright guys, that is it for my December plan with me video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you next Tuesday for a brand new video. Bye!